Hello girls, good morning. So today we are going to see the summary of Antony and Cleopatra. So written by William Shakespeare. Already we discussed many things about William Shakespeare. Again we are going to see some important matter here. William Shakespeare, his PM was 1564 to 1616, born in Stratford-upon-Avon. Spent his professional career in London, then returned to Stratford, where he buried. He would have learned Latin and Greek in school and probably read many works of classical literature. Antony and Cleopatra, probably written 1600 to 1612. Shakespeare's a primary source, Thomas North's translation of Plutarch's Life of Antony, published in 1579. So his period was 1564 to 1616. Exactly, he has written 38 plays. His plays are divided into tragedies, comedies, and historical plays. Shakespeare's most of the plays were is a dark place. And then another important thing is in Shakespeare's plays, most of the female characters were character played by male. So he was a preeminent dramatist in English language. So now we are going to see the characters of Antony and Cleopatra. Mark Antony, Rome general and one of the three joint leader of a triumvirate who ruled the Roman Empire after the assassination of Julius Caesar in 44 BC. Octavius Caesar, another triumvirate, Lepidus, another triumvirate, Cleopatra, queen of Egypt, soldier Pompey, a rebel against the triumvirate and son of the late Pompey. Antony's party, those who are in Antony's group: Demetrius, Pillow, Demetrius, Hennabarus, Ventidius, Silas, officer in Ventidius' armies, Hiras, Candace, Antony's lieutenant general, Saras, and Dercraft, schoolmaster, Antony's ambassador to Octavius. Ranius, non-speaking role they are all playing. Lucilius and then Lamparius. These three characters are non-speaking role. And then in Octavius' party, Octavius' sister, and then Agrippa, admiral of the Roman navy, and then Tacrus, Octavius' lieutenant general, and Dolabella, Thydus, Gellas, Proculus. These are the Octavius' party. Cleopatra's party: Charmian, maid of honor, Hiras, maid of honor, Alex, Madian, a eunuch, Diomodus, treasurer, Seleucus' attendant, other, soothsayer, clown, boy and a sentry, officers, soldiers and messengers and others are in this characters. So these are the characters in Antony and Cleopatra. So they are in the group wise. So now we are going to see the overview of Antony and Cleopatra.
In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and merciful. Hi, this is Tamim Basha. Today, we are going to learn a drama called Antony and Cleopatra, which is written by William Shakespeare. So, I'll give you an overview of this drama so that it would be very much helpful for you to write in the examination in a proper way. Antony and Cleopatra is a tragic comedy drama, which means it is a mixture of tragedy and comedy, sadness and happiness. Antony and Cleopatra is a love story of Mark Antony and Cleopatra, and also it is a story of two empires, Roman Empire and Egypt Empire. Roman Empire is ruled by three rulers, Mark Antony, Octavius Caesar and Lepidus. As they are three rulers, they are called as triumvirs. Tri means three, so we call them triumvirs. Triumvirs, triumvirs. And Egypt Empire is ruled by Cleopatra. These triumvirs have their enemy, whose name is Pompey. So apart from this, we have three main and major characters. Fulvia, she is the wife of Antony, and later she dies in the play. After she dies, Mark Antony marries Octavia. Octavia is a sister of Caesar, and Mark Antony has his closest friend, whose name is Enobarbus. Better you go through the spelling of the characters so that you will understand properly. So after knowing these major characters, we can jump into the story. Let us see the overall story of this drama. Mark Antony, the hero of the story, falls in love with the beautiful Queen Cleopatra. Of course, Mark Antony is a married guy who has got married. Still, he falls in love with Queen Cleopatra. She is the ruler of Egypt. So Mark Antony spends his time in Egypt and has an affair with the country's beautiful queen Cleopatra. Because as he loves her, he spends his most of the time, ignoring his kingdom and ignoring his rulers. Ignoring his duties of ruling the country. He used to spend his time, most of the time, in Egypt. Suddenly, a message comes that Fulvia is dead. His wife is dead. One more message is also coming that Pompey, his enemy, is raising army to rebel against rebel against them. So these two messages force him to return to Rome. So he returned to Rome. After returning to Rome, Caesar, his friend, condemns his negligence of duty of the ruler and living a life of decadence by Cleopatra's side. And he arrives and Caesar quarrels with him that you are neglecting your duties and you are irresponsible fellow to rule the country and all those things. He fights with him. And in between, Lepidus solves the problem that we are triumvirs, we should not fight among ourselves. Okay, we have to be united, then only we can conquer our enemy, that is Pompey. In order to defeat Pompey, peace and understanding is must. Okay, peace and understanding are must among triumvirs. So Lepidus suggests that Antony will marry Caesar's sister Octavia. Here, the turning point we have to understand here. So Lepidus suggests that Antony will marry Caesar's sister Octavia. Now, Mark Antony's wife is dead here, so Mark Antony is single now. So, in order to maintain peace and good relationship between triumvirs, Caesar's sister Octavia will be will be given to Mark Antony in the marriage. Who is giving the suggestion? Lepidus, one of the triumvirs. Lepidus is giving the suggestion here. So during this, Antony's closest friend Enobarbus tells Caesar that don't give your sister in marriage to Antony. He predicts that for sure, if you give your sister in the marriage to Antony, definitely Antony will, he will surely return to Cleopatra because he truly loves her. In Egypt, Cleopatra, now everything has been decided and the marriage is fixed, the marriage date is announced, and it is going to happen. Meantime, in Egypt, Cleopatra learns about the marriage of Antony with Octavia, and she feels very jealous. Why? Because he is loving me and he is marrying to someone else. Already he was married and his wife is dead. Once again he is getting married to some other woman, that which I don't like actually, because he is in love with me. He is supposed to marry me, but he is marrying someone else to just maintain peace between triumvirs. So she is very jealous about his marriage. So a messenger says to Queen that Octavia is quite unimpressive. She is black in color, and after hearing this, she becomes very happy and confident that definitely, even after marriage, he will return to her. In the sense, she will win Antony again. Who is happy here? Queen, that is Cleopatra, is happy that even if at all he marries her, he will return to her. Triumvirs meet Pompey in a fight battle, in a battle, and instead of a battle, they meet and ends up with peace in exchange of Pompey's rule over Sicily and Sardinia. In the sense, instead of fighting with him, they create peace bonding between them. Who's that? Triumvirs and Pompey. All the four people sit and make a bond that we won't fight. Instead of that, Pompey says that you give me Sicily and Sardinia. Those are the name of the places where I want to rule. If we exchange this, then we will not fight at all. They exchange the bond between them, and everything was okay. That evening, all four men sit and drink to celebrate their truce. That is the peace bonding. They want to celebrate that. So all the four men want to drink. So during this, one of the Pompey's soldiers gives idea to Pompey that okay, all the triumvirs are there in their custody. So if we assassinate them, then everything will be ours, and we can rule the country. We can take all the things of them. But Pompey refuses. Pompey denies this idea of his soldier, that as it is a matter of honor. They will think that he is covered, and people will think that Pompey is covered, so that he calls in an innocent way. They have died in the innocent way. People will believe that. So it is a matter of his honor, his respect. So he denies the idea and he doesn't kill them. Okay. And after finishing all, Antony and Octavia, are married now, and they want to depart for Athens. Athens is the name of a place where they want to move after their marriage. And after their departure, Caesar breaks the war against Pompey with the help of Lepidus' army and defeats Pompey. What they have decided first, that they will not fight at all. The bonding will be there, in the sense the peace bonding will be there between triumvirs and Pompey. But everything is decided, and after leaving to Athens with his bride to Athens, his friend Caesar breaks the war against Pompey, and with the help of one more friend, with the help of Lepidus' army, he defeats that. Caesar and Lepidus fight against Pompey and defeats Pompey. Then he accuses, who's that? Caesar. Here is the black sheep is Caesar here. After defeating Pompey, Caesar accuses Lepidus of treason, in the sense he's the cheating. I mean, he's the cheater to the country, and imprisons him. He's putting blame upon him, and imprisons him, putting him in jail, and confiscates his land and possessions, and everything whatever he has, he takes. He captures his lands and every related things of him. This news angers Antony, and after hearing this, Antony becomes very angry that he has he broke his bonding between Pompey, and also he also hears. Antony also hears the rumors that Caesar is speaking out against him in public. So he is very angry. He wants to fight against his own friend Caesar, that is Octavia's brother. Here he decides to fight against Caesar. Now Caesar's sister Octavia, Antony's wife, she is pleading, she is begging that Octavia pleads Antony not to fight against Caesar. If so, her affections would break painfully, and whatever the relationship Octavia and Antony are having, and everything will be, crashed out, and nothing will be there. They will be separated if they fight. She is emotionally, convincing him, but he is not ready to convince at all. He is very angry upon his friend Caesar because he breaks the words. Antony, so she is trying to convince him. He is not at all in an idea to convince, to take her words. So Antony dispatches her to Rome from Athens. Okay, he sends him to Rome and quickly returned to Egypt to meet Cleopatra. Once again, his love for Cleopatra shows here. Is being showed here that after sending his wife to Rome, he once again flees to Egypt to meet Cleopatra. He arranges a big army against Caesar with the help of Cleopatra's army. Caesar to becomes angry for the treatment of Antony for his sister Octavia. Antony is not good with his sister, that is with Caesar's sister. So, for that condition too, Caesar is very angry with Antony, and Antony is also angry with Caesar. Both want to fight, both want to get into a battle to see who is brave, and they want to get a solution for this. So they elect to fight at sea. Okay, Enobarbus guides Antony. His closest friend Enobarbus and guides Antony not to go with Cleopatra army, as she will deceive him. Deceive in the sense she will cheat him, but he ignores and goes. He loses the battle as Cleopatra's army, ship flees away, leaving Antony alone. Here, Cleopatra's army is very, how can we say, very deceivable. She can deceive any time. So after taking the help of Cleopatra, they go to fight. They go into a battle. But Cleopatra's army return back, leaving Antony alone. Here, Antony becomes very angry, and everything was gone, and he condemns her for her cheating. That in the middle of the fight, she left Antony. So Antony condemns her, but he forgives her very soon, as she is his love. What should we do? Nothing can be done here. So this time Caesar wins. Antony and Cleopatra sent the request. So they send a request that higher authority. And Caesar wins the battle, so he's the main authority. If something should be done, that should be done only by the order of Caesar. So Antony and Cleopatra, they are the losers. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and merciful. So they say a request that Antony, today we are going to learn a drama called Antony and Cleopatra. So they sent a request that Antony asked to be allowed to live in Egypt. In the sense, Antony will be Antony should be given the permission to live in Egypt with Cleopatra. This is the request of Antony. Well, Cleopatra sends the request to Caesar that her kingdom, after her kingdom should be passed down to her rightful heirs. So request 1 of Antony denied, completely denied, in the sense rejected by Caesar. And request 2, whose request is number 2? Cleopatra's request. Yeah, Cleopatra's request is accepted. Okay, your kingdom, after you die, your kingdom will be passed down to your rightful heirs. Okay, your generation. But in one condition, that once again, if Antony, that is your lover, takes help from you, you have to cheat him. Cleopatra seems to be accepted the words of Caesar here. Okay, Cleopatra is ready to accept his words. Cheat somewhere to Antony. So Antony curses her for her actions and decisions, but very soon, moments later, he forgives her because she is his love. He is falling in love with her always and always. Decisions, but very soon, moments later, he forgives her because she is his love. He is falling in love with her always and always. So whatever she does, whatever she cheats him, she cheats him or she deceives him, he is able to forgive her just because of his love for her. Enobarbus, Antony's friend, decides that his master is completely lost. He's finished. He's not gonna hear anyone. He's just become mad in the love of Cleopatra. So he will never listen anyone. As it is, he will lose always. So he decides to leave his friend, that is Antony's group, Antony's troop, Antony's team. He goes and joins in the Caesar's camp, that is his enemy's camp now. Once Caesar was his Antony's friend, now he is completely his enemy. Now what happens? Enobarbus decides and leaves his master, leaves his friend, and joins the army of Caesar. Now Antony takes his army against Caesar and gets unexpected huge victory this time. So once again, Antony takes the army against Caesar and gets unexpected victory. He feels about his friend Enobarbus' decision that Antony is the reason, he himself is the reason for his action and decision. Why? Because Antony was irresponsible. Antony was not perfect in his duty, and always he forgives Cleopatra for her cheatings and everything. So he left that. So Antony himself thinks that I did so. That's why my friend Enobarbus left my troop and joins my enemy, that is Caesar's camp. So he sends all his friends Enobarbus. His heart is not that up to extent that he will keep all his possessions, all his belongings, and all his properties and everything. So Antony decides that I will send my friend's possessions. Possessions means properties and belongings, whatever it is, right? So he sends all the things to Caesar's camp to hand it over to Enobarbus, his friend, and returns to Cleopatra to celebrate his victory this time. Once again, after so many cheatings, he once again wants to go to Cleopatra just because of his love towards her. Enobarbus felt ashamed after getting his possessions from Antony, and he feels ashamed a lot. He doesn't want to live in this world now. So for his guilty, for his disloyalty, he bows under the weight and kills himself. In the sense, he stabs himself, or he falls upon the sword and kills himself just because of his guilty, just because of his done to his friend Antony. And another day brings another battle. Once again, the fight between Antony and Caesar. Once again, same thing happened, that he takes the help of Egypt Empire, that is, he takes the help of the Cleopatra's army, and this time, once again, Cleopatra's army proves treacherous. Treacherous in the sense, cheating. During the fight, okay, all of them go to battlefield and fight against Caesar. In between, once again, in the order of Cleopatra's army leaves Antony alone in the battle. What happens? And automatically, Antony's troop will be very less in number. Definitely, they will lose the battle. So same thing happened. This time, Caesar wins. It abandoned the fight and leaves Antony to suffer and to defeat. Antony truly convinced himself that his love cheated him. This time, he is awakened. He is very raged. He is very angry upon Cleopatra that I love her so much, even though she is cheating me. 3 times she has done to him. So once again she has done. So it is not bearable this time. It is not tolerable this time. Okay, it is not tolerated this time from Antony's side. So he truly convinced that my love cheated me. So Antony decides to kill Cleopatra, to kill her lover. In order to protect herself, she hides herself in a monument. In the sense, in a place, in a memorable place. Some memorable things would be kept there as a memory. So in that place, because she comes to know that Antony, my lover, will come and kill me just because of my treacherous thing that I left him alone in the battlefield. She knows that Antony is gonna come and kill me. Cleopatra thinks that. Cleopatra hears this news. So that's why, in order to protect herself, she hides herself in a monument and sends the word that she has committed suicide. This is actually, she has not committed suicide, but she wants to protect herself. That's why she sends a word that go and tell Antony that Cleopatra has committed suicide. And after, you see, Antony is completely ready to kill her. He is on the way. He is on the way to kill her. Suddenly, a message comes that Cleopatra has committed suicide. After hearing this, he melts. He melts in the sense, whatever it may be, she is the love of Antony. She has the wife, even though she has love for Cleopatra truly. And after hearing this, after hearing the death of the news, that is the death of Cleopatra, he is not bearable. It is not tolerated by Antony. He completely gets melted and decides to join her queen in the afterlife. It means she is died. Why should I live here in this world? I should also die. And once I die here, once again I'll meet my queen after the death. I mean, after life, in the sense, death after life. So he commands one of his attendants to to fulfill his promise of unquestioned service and kill him. But the attendant kills himself instead. He orders uh, one of his servicemen. In the sense, how can we say attendants in the sense those who help him, those who in the service of him. They are called as attendants. Okay, he is calling one attendant and tells him that I'll tell you one thing. Your duty is to follow my words. I'll tell you a duty now. I'll give you a duty now, to which you should not question at all. Directly you have to do. You should not raise any question at all. So he tells that kill me. But that attendant is very loyal with his master, that is Antony, that he is not ready to kill Antony actually. So he doesn't know what to do with that. Okay, he can't kill his master. So instead of that, he kills himself. He stabs himself and dies there. Antony sees that no one is there to kill me, so he decides himself that my queen has gone. I should not live in this world. So Antony then falls on his own sword. Okay, own sword and dies. Falls on his own sword. 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 It is not sword, it is sword. SOSWORD. Sword means katti, wall, we say. Antony then falls on his own sword. He is about to die. He is carried to Cleopatra's monument, where the lovers are reunited shortly before Antony's death. Now, actually, what happens here? Cleopatra is safely alive, but after hearing the fake news of Cleopatra's death, Antony kills himself, but he is not dead yet. So he is carried by his soldier to Cleopatra's monument. There, the lovers are reunited here. Caesar, now what happens? Caesar, the winner, okay, takes Cleopatra, planning that he will display her in Rome as a testament to the might of his empire, that that Caesar has conquered Rome. Rome in the sense, the ruler of Rome, who's that Antony and Cleopatra, both of them are in the custody of Caesar. So he wants to show to his people of his native people. This is the very guilty thing to Cleopatra. So after learning his plan, what she does, she thinks that it is better to die here to live in guilt. So before people, I can't just live like this. I want to die. So she also decides that she wants to kill herself, and with the help of several poisonous snakes, she dies. She lets the poisonous snakes to bite her, and she dies immediately. So Antony also dies, Cleopatra also dies. So at last, Caesar, the winner, okay, once Antony's friend, Caesar has, Caesar has buried them, Antony and Cleopatra, beside, the next to Antony's tomb, Cleopatra tomb will be there. Tomb means TOMB, tomb. It means Samadhi in Tamil. Okay, so two lovers are reunited here, as Antony thinks, after the life after death. So the story ends here. For more clarity, go to some Google net or whatever it is, and just go through the story, and you will come to know. I have given the words of mine, so that you understand it, you write it in your own way, even though you will get it, even though you will get good marks, no problem at all. Thank you so much. So
Thank you for watching, girls. If you have any doubt, you just ask in the comment section. I hope you very enjoyed this story. So if you like this video, just press the like button and subscribe. Thank you.